The tale of King Nimi and the magical eyelids. Once upon a time, in a faraway land, there was a wise and kind king named Nimi. He was loved by all for his fairness, his gentle heart, and the happiness he brought to his kingdom. King Nimi ruled over a peaceful kingdom where the people loved him for his wisdom and his love for nature. Every day, he made sure that his kingdom was filled with laughter, joy, and kindness. He was always ready to help those in need and share the blessings of the land with everyone. He was known far and wide for his wise decisions and his deep love for nature and the gods. The kingdom thrived under his rule, and everyone felt safe and happy. One sunny morning, King Nimi decided to invite the greatest sage in the land, Vasishtha, to perform a grand yajna, a magical ceremony, in his palace. It was to be the biggest celebration the kingdom had ever seen. The air was filled with excitement as the people prepared for the grand event. They decorated the streets with flowers, and everyone eagerly awaited the arrival of the great sage. But there was a small problem. At the palace, there was also a priest named Vishwamitra, a proud and powerful sage who didn't get along with sage Vasishtha. When the two great sages met, an argument broke out. The two sages started to disagree over who should lead the ceremony. Their voices grew louder, and soon the tension in the palace could be felt by everyone, even King Nimi. In his attempt to calm the storm, King Nimi tried to make peace between them, but even though he meant no harm, his words upset sage Vasishtha. Vasishtha, the wise sage who could control powerful forces, became very angry. With a frown on his face, he raised his hand and spoke in a voice that thundered through the palace. "King Nimi, because you have disrespected me, I curse you," the sage declared. "Your life will end this very moment and you will leave this world. But worry not, your spirit shall never truly leave, for it will live on in another form, just like time, which is always changing, never still." The sage continued, his voice deep and powerful. "Your new form will be one that everyone will know and feel, even though they may not see you. You shall become something that will protect them every moment of their lives." With that, the sage vanished, leaving King Nimi in a state of deep sadness. King Nimi's body collapsed, and the people of the kingdom mourned the loss of their beloved king. They wept, for they had lost the one who had brought them peace and happiness. But King Nimi was not ready to vanish forever. He loved his kingdom and wanted to be with his people, even if it meant taking a new form. King Nimi closed his eyes, and in the silence of his heart, he made a wish. "I don't want to leave," he whispered. "Please let me stay. Let me still serve my people even in a different way. Let me be something that touches everyone, something they need every day." The gods, moved by King Nimi's pure heart, listened well to his plea. They spoke to him in a gentle voice. "King Nimi, you have asked for a noble thing. Your wish shall be granted. You will no longer be a king with a crown, but you will be something even more special. You will become the eyelids of every living creature." And so it happened. King Nimi's spirit transformed into the eyelids of all beings, human, animal, bird, and even insect. Whenever anyone blinked their eyes, it was King Nimi gently protecting their sight, giving them rest, and keeping them safe. Every time someone closed their eyes for a moment of sleep, King Nimi's spirit was there, keeping watch. The people of the kingdom didn't know it, but King Nimi was always with them, in every blink, in every moment, and though he was now unseen, his presence was felt every time the eyelids fluttered. But there was more to King Nimi's transformation. He had become a part of time itself, for the blink of an eye is said to be the smallest measure of time, a nimisha. The gods told him, "In your new form, you will be the protector of time, ever present, ever faithful, and ever changing. You will remind the world that even the tiniest moment can be as important as a lifetime." And so King Nimi lived on, not as a mighty king with a crown, but as the humble, gentle eyelids that protected the eyes of every creature in the world. Moral of the story: sometimes even the smallest, quietest things in the world, like the blink of an eye, can have the most important roles to play. No matter how small or fleeting, every moment is precious, and even the briefest actions can make a big difference.